Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Alyssa, and for today's video, I am bringing you a makeup tutorial on this look that you see right here. Now in the video, my hair will eventually be down, and that is because literally at this moment in time is when I realized I did not film an intro for this video. So I'm super excited to share with you this makeup look. As you'll come to find out through the video, it's actually not one of my most favorite makeup looks I've ever done. It was kind of a learning curve for me, and we'll kind of talk about that as we go through, but I needed an intro, so here it is. I'm still excited to show you guys the makeup look because it is very much sparkly. It is very much giving sultry, sexy. So I do hope that you enjoy coming along this ride with me. And without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. All right, so we're gonna get started with this eye tutorial, and it has quickly taken a sharp left turn from where I was thinking I was gonna go. Initially, when I sat down, I was like, I wanna do something pretty much all gray, nice and smoky, a little sultry. And it's still gonna be smoky and sultry, but y'all, I have no gray eyeshadow. Like literally, the only true gray shadow I have is this one in my Z palette, and that is it. That's the only gray eyeshadow I have. I was like, oh, okay, I'll just do something kind of like an all gray pop with like glitter or shimmer and it'll be fantastic. Yeah, no, I cannot do that because I literally have a singular gray eyeshadow, which speaks volumes to how many like cool tone looks I do, which is literally like none. So it is now going to be kind of like a gray purpley look, which is what I tend to pull towards anyways when I do cool tones. I like purples when I do that, but we're gonna kind of figure it out. I literally shuffled through my makeup, through my mother's makeup, and this, I'm just gonna have to kind of wing it from this point. What really made me want to pull purple was I pulled out the Jeffree Star, which one is this one right here? Bloodlust, that I had given my mother, and I really think I want to use like this color that looks like it's gray, but it's definitely a purple, and the shade is called Dungeon. So I'm going to kind of incorporate that into this look today somehow. So we're going to kind of pop on into it. I'm nervous because my whole game plan has now been completely shot, and I of course went with my base makeup, and then I'm like, I'm over here looking at glitter and stuff. I'm probably gonna look a hot mess by the time this is over, and we're just all gonna have to kind of deal with it. So first things first, I'm gonna start with my gray shadow right here. This is from Geek, and it's in the shade Concrete Jungle. This is one of the best gray eyeshadows. Now obviously I don't know that you're gonna be able to get it anymore because I think Geek is kind of like done, but this is a fantastic gray eyeshadow. I remember right before they like switched to the square palettes, I bought another one of these because if I need a gray, this is the gray that I want. If you guys have any other really good grays that you know about, grays in your collection, definitely let me know. So I'm gonna dip into this with a fluffy brush. This is a Morphe M441, and we're gonna pop this as the transition shade. All right, now that I've got something that looks like this, I'm going to take that Dungeon shade out of the Jeffree Star Bloodlust palette. I'm gonna use my MAC 217 to do that, and I am going to pop this off like more of like the outer corner and slightly in this like outer V, just like barely in the crease kind of a thing. I want to start building it here because I don't know how many more colors I'm going to be able to add based on the color scheme that I'm using. So we're going to pop it here and really work on building this there. And I do want to pull this into the crease a little bit because if not, I'll have no dimension there and it'll look really flat. I'm really focusing on really trying to blend this out well because this is pulling very, very purple and not as muted as I would want. So I think I'm gonna have to do quite a lot of blending to kind of be satisfied with what I've got here. I am actually now starting to bring the purple about halfway because I may kind of cut this inner portion, but I also want to give myself a little room to add out here because I may add like a touch of black. I'm not sure, but I want to be able to give myself enough room to blend should I decide to do that. So I'm just gonna kind of go about halfway on the lid like that. I really like how that looks. It's really nice. The thing with these colors is, and I've mentioned it many a time when you work with like grays, blacks, deeper colors, you gotta be careful because all of a sudden you can go from like really pretty to wow, you got punched in the eye really quick. So that is the hard part when you decide to do bruise colors as your eye makeup. So I'm just gonna try and replicate what I've done over here. All right, so I'm kind of thinking I want to do a little black. I'm taking a leap of faith in doing this because this is not bad where it is at, but I want a little something more. And so I'm gonna go in with the Tati Beauty Texture Neutrals and use the matte black. Woo! And this one. This is a gorgeous matte black. It's one of the best that I have tried. And so I'm gonna go in with a Morphe M506, really, really small blending brush, just so I can keep it as precise as possible. And I'm talking about barely dipping in because I don't want this to get out of hand. And just on this very outer portion right here. Look, that literally, I barely touched it. And I'm just gonna kind of keep this real low. True outer V here, not taking it into the crease, just literally blending out this little dot. Look how crazy it looks. Oh man. My feet are starting to sweat. Okay, so this is where we are right now. I am happy that I added the black. What I'm gonna do is go back in with that purple. I'm gonna add the teeniest bit of it to the brush and just really kind of blend these edges right here. You can see that I didn't take the purple in as far as on this eye and how it just looks like it's primarily black. So I wanna try and get these to mesh well and really just kind of blend out that black. I'm gonna take the purple a little bit into the crease as well. Just to really make sure there's no harsh lines there. Because once I start cutting the crease and adding, I think I'm gonna do glitter, it would be a lot more difficult for me to do anything out here because I'm gonna have less room to work with. Because once I lay down glitter, girl, that's it. There's no doing anything else. So I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of touch base with this real quick, right along the edges, right at the crease there, which is perfect. And see how like I've got more going on here. And once I cut the crease, I can get there. But this side just doesn't look nearly as well blended. It doesn't look as smooth and as seamless. And so I'm gonna add a little bit more. I'm going to attempt to cut the crease. Now know that you do not have to cut the crease yourself if you want to pop a glitter on. You definitely don't have to. I rarely cut the crease. I'm not that great at cutting the crease, but I want to give it a try today. So I am going to use my Tarte Shape Tape just because this one dries a little more matte than some of my other ones. I'm going to take a relatively stiff flat brush so I can keep it nice and controlled, and I'm just going to try and cut this crease. Now, to be honest with you, I don't know that you're going to get to see me do it because I don't know that I'll stay in frame. I'll do my best. If not, I'll just be right back when my crease is hopefully halfway decently cut, but don't hold your breath because I'm not holding mine. So we're going to move along, you know? Better to have tried and possibly failed than to have not tried at all. Am I right? So I'm thinking I'm going to use this silver glitter from the Tati Beauty palette because why not? But I am gonna put down some glitter glue because I just feel like that's gonna kind of help me a little bit more. So I'm gonna take some of this NYX Glitter Primer business on the back of my hand. And in all honesty with you, I'm probably gonna use the same brush I literally just used to do this, and then I'll pick up, or maybe I'll use this one and pick it up with the same brush. I don't know. I don't know the proper etiquette. I typically just pop it on with my fingers, but I want to try and make it stick a little bit better. So I'm just using a flat brush. This is a brush from Clinique, which ought to tell you how daggone old it is. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go ahead and stick it on this side because I'm not sure if it's supposed to get tacky or not. Honestly, like I said, most of the time I take glitter and literally just pop it on with my finger. But again, this is a glitter, not like a shimmer, so it's gonna have, naturally just gonna have more fallout. So we're gonna do this. And I think I'm just gonna flip the brush around, dip it right into this glitter shade, and I'm just gonna start Maybe I need to use the same side I picked up the glue with. I don't know this etiquette. Oh, I think that's better. Ever so lightly, I am dragging it past like the cut crease so it kind of fades a little bit. Again, I feel like that probably defeats the purpose of the fact that I did a cut crease, but I don't like the harsh stop it's giving. And of course, I can't really blend over this type of product at this point. So I'm just gonna try to do this. I'm hoping lashes will be my saving grace, because while I don't think it looks bad, girl, it look a little crazy. You was thinking it, I'm thinking it. Like, it doesn't look bad, but girl, I look like something else. I think because it's such a stark silver to all the purple, and it doesn't really kind of, there's not as much gray in the look as the silver would give you to believe. But we're gonna keep going, because I think I can save this with a pair of lashes and some camera angles maybe. So give me a minute. I'm gonna kind of clean up the glitter that fell. I'm probably gonna pop on a pair of top lashes because I do need to figure out what I'm gonna do with the bottom. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I wasn't recording while I did that, so I truly was just talking to myself over here. But what I've done now is I took a flat definer brush and some of that matte black shade from the Tatcha Beauty palette, and is so close to my lash line, laid that down on my lower lash area. I really want to make sure that I have it nice and seamless here with as little of my skin showing in this area. Most of the time I don't care as much, but when you're gonna do something really sultry, really dark, I do prefer to keep this as tight as possible. I think it just makes it look even better. It's super annoying to do because no doubt you're gonna get a bunch of freaking eyeshadow in your eye, and it flippin' hurts. And at this point, just like I do, you already have your lashes on. Like, it's always a mess. But at this point, I am going to take another one of the M506s, the really small blending brush, and I'm going to dip into that purple shade that we used from the Jeffree Star palette in Dungeon. And I'm gonna put a little on there, and I'm gonna smoke this out a little bit. I don't think I want it too blown out, but I do want a touch of the purple down here as well. So I'm going to lightly just blend this, making sure to really connect it here at this outer portion. Again, so it's not like a whole bunch of gaps with my skin there. And then just ever so lightly blend this over. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. So to finish it off, we'll just kind of tighten up the face together. I am going to take the new Violet Voss Bubbly blush palette that I have, and I'm gonna use this like really bright pink shade called Rossini. I don't know, look how pigmented it is. And just kind of lightly pop this here. I feel like I need a slightly brighter blush than I would normally do since the eyes are so dark. And so this is when I tend to pull for a more pink tone. And I'm really enjoying the formula of this blush palette so far, so I'm excited about that. But I feel like that looks pretty good. Like nice and flush, but not too much. And then for highlight today, I feel like I need to take something a little bit more cool toned. I may just take this one from Fenty Beauty in the shade Hustla Baby, and then just lightly put this on the face. Let's see. I feel like I need something relatively neutral, so I'm gonna start by going in with Nude Mood from Dose of Colors, just to kind of keep it cohesive, I guess. And this is a trusty nude for me. Anyway, so that is all for this video. Not the best I've ever done, but not terrible enough where I'm not gonna share it with you guys, because we all live and we learn, you know? You have to try things in order to see if you like something. So I would love to know what you guys would have done differently for this look, like what kind of different products you would use, or maybe a different technique. I love learning from you guys. You guys are so smart and so talented. So let me know what you think that you would have done differently. So maybe next time I try this, I could try, or if there's a specific product that you think would have made this look a little bit better, I would love to know. I'm not going to be offended, so I really want to know if you have any ideas or suggestions. But yeah, you guys, that is going to be all for this video today, this tutorial. I really do hope that you did enjoy watching. Thank you so much for being here. If you did enjoy the video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you in my next one. Bye!